After 3 relaxing days in California, it was soon time to head back home. Join me on this 3.5-hour journey from the West Coast back to the Midwest, San Diego to Chicago, with United Airlines' Boeing 737-700 in economy class. Throughout my life, I've flown on numerous United 737s, but it's been a while since I last flew one of these on a flight of over 2 hours. I've also heard rather mixed opinions about the United 737 economy experience, so be sure to stick around till the end of the video to hear my honest opinions on the product. With that being said, let's get the video started and head back to Chicago. We begin today's journey at San Diego Airport's Rental Car Center, where we've just dropped off our rental car and are headed to take the shuttle across to the terminal. While it may seem otherwise, it's around 5 in the morning right now, and would you believe it, this is actually one of the busiest times of day here at San Diego Airport. The check-in situation for United was honestly pretty messy. None of the kiosks were open, and there was a huge line for the check-in desks. So upon seeing that mess, I quickly checked myself and my family in online so we could pass security as quickly as possible. Like I mentioned earlier, the early morning is one of the busiest departure banks in San Diego, with around 35 to 40 flights departing between 6:15 and 7:30 a.m. Today we're on board United Flight 1437 to Chicago, leaving from Gate 43. Our aircraft today is November 24702, a 24-year-old Boeing 737-700. This aircraft was the 32nd Boeing 737 NG ever built and started off with Continental Airlines in 1998 before eventually transferring to United in 2010 after the merger. At the moment, United offers 3 different cabin configurations across their fleet of Boeing 737-700s. Our aircraft today features 126 seats consisting of 12 in first class, 36 in economy plus, and 78 in economy. Today I'll be sitting in the first row of economy class in seat 11A. Because this is the first row of economy class, closest to the front of the airplane, seats in this row and the next few rows are classified as preferred seats and thus cost extra money to reserve. If I remember correctly, I paid about $15 to $20 extra to sit here. In terms of comfort, the economy class seats are pretty good. They have adjustable headrests and a decent amount of padding. Here's what the seat back looks like on these ex-Continental 737s. As you can see, this aircraft has DirecTV on demand and the controls for the TV system are embedded in the armrest. Below the screen is the literature pocket consisting of the safety card, Hemispheres magazine, and Mileage Plus card. Then of course, below that is the tray table, followed by a smaller netted seat pocket. It's too dark to show this now, but each seat also comes with universal power outlets that are located all the way at the bottom of the seat. Finally, above each seat is the passenger service unit, which houses your personal air vents, reading light, and call button. The cabin and seat overall were very clean, but it was still nice to have received these sanitizing wipes upon boarding as well.
In a water landing, forward door slides detach from the aircraft and serve as extra flotation. Do not use the aft exits unless advised by a crew member. You'll also find 3 life rafts located.
evacuate the aircraft, exit path lights on or near the floor will illuminate and guide you to the exit. Look for a change in color or an exit sign to indicate that you've reached an exit.
As I briefly mentioned earlier, this aircraft features DirecTV on-demand live TV. Originally, you would have to pay to use this system, and that's why you see a credit card swipe on the right side. But in 2019, United decided to make this entertainment free for all passengers, which was a great move. It goes without saying that the system is pretty dated, but it still offers a nice amount of live shows and even a flight map. United does provide free earphones for passengers that want them, but I ended up using my own Apple earbuds. Unfortunately, these would very easily slide out of the headphone jack, and there was a lot of static when I was trying to listen to what was playing on the TV screens. So it's probably best to just get the free earphones that the flight attendants provide on board. Aside from the DirecTV entertainment, there's also free Wi-Fi on board. The Wi-Fi website allows you to check local weather at your destination and also some cool details about your flight. Internet access is available for a fee, and today it was $8 for the entire flight. That's way better than the $25 that American Airlines was charging on my Chicago to San Diego flight a few days prior. In-flight messaging is free, and you can also stream entertainment on your device through the United app. In terms of content, the app is loaded with tons of movies and TV shows that are more than enough for this sub 4-hour flight. It goes without saying that catering is definitely a weak point for US carriers when it comes to domestic flights. The only snacks offered today were either Biscoff cookies or Stroop waffles. It's not great, but hey, it's better than American. The flight attendants also came around regularly offering water, which I thought was nice. So yeah, domestic economy catering in the US is terrible, so be sure to bring your own snacks just in case you get hungry. One of the biggest complaints I've heard regarding economy class on the United 737 is the legroom. This particular configuration offers only 30 inches of pitch, which is the tightest out of the entire fleet. That's actually the same amount of pitch offered on the American 737 as well. Now, I'm about 6 feet tall and I won't sugarcoat it, this was tight. There's an electrical box for the TV system right by your foot, which restricts leg space even more. And it gets even worse when the person in front reclines all the way back. The best way to cope with such a tight squeeze, in my opinion, is just to change your leg positioning every so often, whether it be by moving your carry-on bag around so that you get more space, whatever you think works best. I decided to purchase the in-flight Wi-Fi just to see how it worked, and to my surprise, it was actually really good. I was able to track my flight on Flight Radar 24 and also see what aircraft were passing by us. Instagram, to my surprise, was also working pretty smoothly. In no time, we began our descent into Chicago after 3 hours of literally flying in a straight line northeast. Today's approach into O'Hare is one that never gets old. We would approach Chicago from the southwest, then fly past O'Hare and the city on downwind before making a 180-degree turn over Lake Michigan and coming in past the city for a landing on runway 28 center.
Universal welcome you to Chicago O'Hare with the local time is approximately 12:05 a.m. for an earlier 12:05 p.m. For an early arrival.
So after spending over 3 hours in United's tightest 737 economy seat, I can honestly confirm that yes, it's not great, but only in terms of legroom. Yes, it's tight, but the seat itself is reasonably comfortable. In terms of entertainment, the TV screen, while outdated, is still nice to have, and these will be replaced within the next few years with newer systems anyway as a result of United's fleet modernization plan. The only real downside to this flight was the same as all domestic US flights, and that's the lackluster catering and economy. That's something we really can't complain about much since it'll never change, but it was still worth mentioning. Overall, it was a pretty decent flight with United, and if I had the opportunity, yes, I'll gladly fly them again. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a like, and if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. If you have any comments or questions, please don't hesitate to leave me a comment below. That being said, I'll end the video here. Take care everyone, and see you next time.